beautiful and broken. My brown skin glistens even with the stains of tears past. My heart, although shattered in a million pieces, still finds the energy to beat fast. I rise in the morning and put on my cape. My kids can't see the war I escaped, so I protect them like a superhero. I'm a strong woman. That's my superpower. I'm up every hour struggling with what society tells me I should feel. The heart I possess, it may be God's true test, but please understand the hurt is definitely real. But this is simply me. I ain't gotta prove a thing to anybody watching. Except I gotta go and get it, that's the only option. Know a few that probably thought I'd really take a L, but I came to close the coffin on them with a nail. People show their true colors when you want a mission.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Dana K.
Hi, guys, it's Mrs. Starheart.
And it's your girl, Sunny.
Hey, y'all, it's your girl, Taya, a.k.a. Arthur T.
And this is Main Character Energy Podcast, where we show you what it means to be the main character. So welcome, guys. Welcome back. This is episode 2, baby. We are about to go in real good. Are y'all ready for this first topic? Or how about just our little introduction icebreaker? How about that?
Okay.
How about you got a guess?
I was about to say, wait.
We're not talking to you yet. You speak when spoken to.
You know what's really interesting? I completely forgot you were saying.
He's so forgettable that way.
Oh my God, is he not a main character?
He's not only Mr.
He
Know-It-All,
was
but
technically
Mr.
in
Unforgettable.
episode 1 as well.
Thank you.
So.
I appreciate
Well,
it.
hello, Mr. Know-It-All. Welcome to the Main Character Energy Podcast. We appreciate your
It's a
absolute
beautiful set, you guys.
Yeah,
Thank you.
absolutely
Lots
gorgeous.
of
Your
things.
presence,
Lots
your
of
presence
things.
is welcome.
Oh,
Thank you
for having me, guys.
Absolutely, thank you
So
for being
Glad
here.
you could make it. Glad you could make it.
Yes,
Girl
right?
talk.
I know
I'm
you
so
traveled
excited.
a long way, so
Long
yeah,
way.
we appreciate you being here.
Plane, train, and automobile.
Had to figure out what to wear to the living room, huh?
Walk right over.
Yeah.
From behind the camera to the chair.
That part. It's a long ass walk.
Oh, I tired. Go ahead.
So, yeah, this is going to come off a little, but this is a real question, okay? Just something. What y'all think? Okay, I've noticed Sierra and Russell Wilson, right? They seem really happy at the NFL honors, the other night, and I was like, damn, like she always cheesing. So, I have a question. I just want to know, do y'all think? Because I know me as a woman, there's certain things a man can do for me that make me that giddy. You know what I mean? Cheesing all the time. You know what I mean? Does Russell Wilson look like the type of man that eats Sierra's butt?
Absolutely.
I mean it, y'all. I was thinking as I was looking at all the videos, and I'm like, damn, she's cheesing. Like, she be cheesing all the time.
He probably lick
like,
every part of her
everybody
body.
like you having their K, but I feel like he go all the way in, like the deep end. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like he be eating butt and everything. So, do you think that he's doing that to her? That got her
We
cheesing
starting
like that
off
all the
this
time?
way.
We are.
First
This is not sex with Sunny. I don't know what's
First
happening.
of all,
We are.
when
I'm
you
sorry.
said
We are starting off
she's
this
Dive
always
directly to the
smiling,
butt.
She looks really
she's
happy.
always cheesing. She always look happy. I did not. But why did I
She's taking
not
it, did it?
expect that for you? What?
It's
And
me.
Tanya, I blame you. And I'm going to tell you why.
You gave her the power.
You gave her the power. You gave her the power. You said anything you want. Have you met her?
Drop the mic, Dana.
Allow me to introduce. Hey, this is Dana K. This girl's crazy. The K stands for crazy.
Like Crazy Bone.
Crazy glue.
Oh, that too, yeah. But no, seriously,
We're
like
stuck with her.
I don't. It was a random thought, but I was really looking at her like, damn, she always cheesing. Like, damn, he gotta be eating that ass. Like, he gotta be up in that booty.
What if she's eating his ass?
It
And
might be
happy.
the other
Whoa.
way around, but she's the one cheesing. He got the same facial expression every time you see him. He get a little smile here, a little smile there, but she always,
I love this man.
yes, all the time. So I'm thinking to myself like, damn, like, would
This
that
is a
make you
icebreaker?
happy? Would you like a booty eater?
No.
I was about to say.
Absolutely.
I feel like that would make me
yeah.
smile all the time.
No, he doing some extra stuff. He
Might make me
gotta
cry,
be.
but I don't think it making me cheese every 5 seconds.
I mean, it could just be that she's living a good life.
Yeah, real good life. Real
Soft
good.
life.
Real
I mean,
good.
yeah, it's off life, which had to be soft.
Well,
to
I
appreciate
thought that
soft life.
initially in the beginning, but then it just for it to continue that way. Most people, you know how they
The honeymoon
automatically
phase.
assume right. It's a honeymoon phase in the beginning. They are years and they have children, but I don't know. I'm being honest. It's definitely crossed my mind. Like, damn, he got to be like.
I think can I tell you?
Yeah.
I think that he is allowing her to do whatever it is that she wants to do.
Be herself, right?
Right, but
Yes.
no.
Continue her career.
No,
and-
but like in
You
a
about
literal.
to say something out of pocket?
No. I'm not gonna say that in the pocket. I'm saying in a literal stance to where is that there is no no. You're wealthy. You guys have all the children that you want to. You have all the access that you want to, and the cherry on top of it is that sexual thing might be something that comes into play. It's like at the end of the day, there's not a no, and anything that's stressful or comes to pass might come towards him rather than her. So I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. What I'm saying is that the reason why she's always giddy is because she does whatever the fuck she want to do.
She has no problems.
Wait.
Whatever problems arise, he handles
All the
them.
problems are
Yeah.
his.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will say though, real quickly, I have noticed I'm a real good observer, and I read body language very well. And there was a period of time within the past year, prior to maybe 3 months to now, where I noticed when they were taking pictures together, she looked really uncomfortable. Like she did not look like herself. You'll know, you'll probably peep this if you go back and something might even pop up on your timeline and you'll see it. But I'm telling you, something just did not look right with their marriage, and it happened probably in a 3 to 4 month period, and I was just like, she don't look like her happy self with him like she normally does. And other things can happen in life that don't have anything to do with your significant other, and it puts you in that energy, right, in that space. But something just didn't.
Was it
feel-
right after she had a baby though?
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't.
months
She said, like,
after.
Because
3
remember
months
that she
ago.
just had a baby.
No, but
pregnancy
this was
scare.
way after that though. So it was like something just seemed off. And I think that's probably why I noticed recently too, like, oh, she's happy again.
I mean, yeah, it could have been internal though. It could have been something with
it
her.
could have
Yeah, it
been.
could be like depression
it
or
could
something.
have been, but
Yeah.
that's what made me, notice recently that
Or
she was
could
back
it-
into that. You know what I mean?
To me, it seems like most of the time that they're seen in public is like more on the football side than the music side.
Yeah, most of
when
the
they're
time, yeah.
together. So maybe because he's switching teams and retired
Yeah.
this and that, his stress might be her stress,
Yeah, that's
and
true.
it's like uncomfortable. Like,
I get that too, but
we're just here, like, babe, let's just do this. Like, I don't really want to be here.
because
Yeah.
it's
They
like
about to
you
have to
said.
move again. They just moved
That's
from
what it-
Denver to New York. Now they got to
No,
move
it wasn't
again.
giving
Like,
that. It wasn't giving shared stressful energy. It was giving her out of her space, out of her comfortable space that I normally see her in. And you're not always gonna look happy all the time. I get that, but there was a stretch of a period of time where she just didn't look like she was happy next to him. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I think. I guess I
So you think he
noticed-
wasn't doing it for a little while?
I don't know what
And
was
then
happening.
he started again.
That's what it is.
I don't know.
Maybe he needed to give it a rest. Like, all right, I'm
I
gonna
think it probably
take a
was
couple days
something with
off.
her.
He
'Cause-
wanted to,
Because if something going on with you,
Mhm.
even when you stand next to somebody, you know what I mean? We can say that because they standing next to them, but it just could be something going on with them.
No, I
She
agree-
just
I
so
agree with
happened
that,
to
but
be with her husband
it's just,
at the time. You know what I mean?
But it was a
They have
period
not
of
been
time.
living, you
It
know what I
wasn't.
mean? Like having to make all those moves is crazy. Having to move from Denver to New York and all that went on in Denver. Like, I mean, that could take a toll too of them having to move. Maybe she wants them to retire. Like, you know what I mean? We don't know. But
Yeah.
Well, and
Yeah.
I think that's a part of what
Yeah.
you're saying and whatnot is the fact of the matter is that he's at the point now where it's like, okay, all right, dude, this is the third team in like 3-4 years.
mhm.
It might be time to get ready to hang it up, and then she might be dealing with his anxiety about doing that. Then another thing is there could also be like we could totally have this wrong. Now I'm speculating,
I got a feeling. I got a
right?
feeling he might be controlling.
No,
No, now he definitely
I
not
didn't say
controlling.
Jack at all.
That's
No,
that's
I'm
not
trying.
even
No,
true at
just-
all.
What
Like,
else?
We're gonna circle back to this because my feelings
there's
are
no
always
way. The
right.
way that
Just-
Sierra
just-
dresses,
nope,
the
just-
way that Sierra does whatever she wants
yeah,
to do,
a controller
goes on
and a
tour.
manipulator and a narcissist will do that in the beginning to make you feel comfortable.
But it's not the
And then they
beginning.
will
They've been
rip
married for
that.
10
I'm
years.
just saying they
But
sometimes.
wait, ladies. What I was going to say is that, and I love how the women stuck up for the woman in this situation. What I was going to say is that
I
the
didn't stick up for the woman.
Uber class high boogaloo ass provider is now moving into retirement.
Right.
There are no more contracts. There is
Right.
no more $100 payday.
Mm-hmm.
There is no more add dollars and things like that. So now the money that you've made, you're going to have to learn how to maybe budget it in a different way. Doesn't matter if you guys are worth $200 million. Essentially, Sierra probably has the understanding that Sierra is a legacy act, and the money that Sierra brings in is minuscule compared to what Russell, Wilson would do. So she doesn't tour heavily.
Right.
They have kids. They're continuously thinking about expanding their family, and
I think they just started a business too.
right, and he's
Yeah.
the ultimate breadwinner. So
Right.
that could be a worry.
Of
Her
course,
worry,
yeah.
and so the reason why I'm teasing y'all about kind of being on the woman's side, but I just noticed I got something on my hand.
No.
Oh, all right. I'm teasing y'all about being on the woman's side. I honestly think that sometimes it has to do with the fact that her worry comes from, hey, listen, I don't care if we were worth 200 grand together, or we're worth
Right.
you're worth 200 million and I'm worth 5 million. That 200, what I mean, we can't live off my 5 million because of our lifestyle.
Right.
So that could be something that's going on with that, and she could be internalizing it, and that's one of the reasons why a lot of times as men we try to shoulder all that, because if you are the provider and you are the breadwinner, guess what? When that train begins to stop, you have to be concerned about it because nobody is leaping in to save you.
Yeah.
That's just my thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. Of course, we don't know. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
One thing I will say, she always, the way she speaks about him, is probably why you see her smiling like that all the time.
It's the buddy.
Like, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
Because you think about what we say all the time. Like, you know how people say it got to be one or the other. You know what I mean? You got to be a wife
don't
and a
have to
mother,
be,
and that's
yeah.
it. This girl goes on tour.
Right.
She goes places with her friends. You know what I'm saying? She's able to explore whatever she
Yeah.
wants. She makes her dance videos, and and she still is a wife and a mother. So
Yeah.
it's ideal. I mean, like I said, you never know what's going on behind closed doors, but just the way that she speaks about him in such a way, like even when somebody was like about him being corny, I never like the way she was like, he's one of the greatest people. Like if that's corny, then you know what I mean.
I like that corny.
So I think, I mean, like I said, I don't think her own career is going that great. That could be why she was upset. Like, you know what I mean? You just don't know. But when you're married and somebody see you upset and you're alongside your husband, we automatically be like, okay, there's something going on with both of them. But sometimes it's just something going on with one of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Lil Future
Yeah.
could have got on our fucking nerves that day too. And then also remember,
Or his
all her
dad.
children are from Russell except one.
Right.
So she got to deal with the goofy nigga sometimes. And
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
that phone call could
yeah,
have pissed her off. You never
yeah.
know. It could
Like right before she got to the red
Yeah.
carpet,
Yeah,
he was
exactly.
on.
That's
He
stupid.
called on some BS.
Oh, you on some bullshit. You got that nigga up there with my cup. Now, like, nigga, you ain't even been here.
We'll see.
I mean,
Yeah.
you never know. But,
Yeah.
like I
Yeah.
said, you just never know. But
My
I do
future
know
impression was that.
sometimes women, we all know, even if we not married or not, you go through your own stuff. We ain't always in the greatest mood, no matter what.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even
How
if
much
your
you gotta
life,
put on the face that
right,
you happy you not.
right? Because I seen her say something one day about, she's like, people think we don't argue. She's like, we do argue, but he's the type like he won't let us go to bed angry. Like we gotta resolve it before we go to bed,
Yeah.
type thing.
What eating come in at?
Maybe.
Oh my
Be like, no, what you upset?
God.
Come here.
All right, we just put that back full circle.
Wow.
Full circle is crazy, but yeah,
support
we just put that back full
Full
circle.
brown-eyed circle.
Hey yo. Hey yo.
All
But yeah.
right. That was a good question,
Yeah.
I think.
So, Star, what would you like to talk about today?
Okay, so speaking of Russell Wilson, a lot of people equate corny with gay. And they'll say stuff like, oh, because for real, he's probably gay. He's probably on the down low. As you could see, Keith earlier was saying that he probably getting his butt ate and stuff like that. So
Wow,
my
that's gay.
question is...
Whoa,
That's
wait a
gay.
minute. Time
That's
out.
how you feel?
I
No.
just feel like, why do you, as a man, like, how
Gotta
do
get
you
your body-
comfortably get it ate without making women's position? I can't explain, and I don't want to. Like,
I agree with you.
She don't want the Lambo leg situation.
I agree
yeah, like,
with
how
you.
do you? That's not manly.
I definitely agree with you.
I don't.
I'm not a
yeah.
fan.
So,
Anyway,
ladies, let
go
me ask
ahead.
you a question.
No,
Miss
wait.
Hold
no,
on,
no,
no,
finish
she
her.
got it. She
Go
got it.
ahead.
So this is my question.
Yeah, because I was just talking. Okay, the boy.
We know men do this a lot, but men are different from us. Could any of you women date a man who at once was in a relationship with another man?
No,
Hell no.
absolutely not.
So are we
Hell
starting?
no.
Me? Are we
Yes,
starting with me?
Dana.
No. And only because I am not.
Time out. Especially you, because you just was,
Yeah.
batting for one team and came back to the other team.
Right.
So
Well, here's
why
the
he
thing.
can't
So to briefly just to explain that what Star just said, I dated a girl when I was 19, so many years ago. One girlfriend I've ever had.
Gay.
Gay.
Yo.
And you know what's crazy? It was only because I was already sick of men at that very young age. I just realized then that they,
At 19?
at 19,
Like,
Jeez.
I'm tired of these people. She had one too
At
many problems.
19, yeah, I was
I don't know
over
why I
it
feel like
that
I could-
fast.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was just when you're young, you
Teenage
experiment,
love was traumatic for her.
whatever.
No,
So-
you're right. Yeah, 19 years.
So
yeah.
that didn't work out because to me it was no different. The woman she was more of like a butch, and she would ended up being controlling and possessive, and the same thing a man could be. So to me it wasn't a sexual thing for me. It was more emotional for me. I was hoping that dating a woman, I would have a better emotional connection than I did with men.
But
And
she wants to be like a dude. I'm sorry, but
she's still.
How does that work?
She's still genetically a woman, so
But-
she has the same hormones. She still has the same emotions. She still no matter how they dress, you
Right.
still have a vagina. You still have boobs unless you get both of those things surgically removed. You still have hormones unless you're on hormonal replacement. But back then, that was not really a thing that was explored as it is right now. So
Right.
technically, it was just a girl pretending to be a boy.
But that's kind of
Yeah.
so. Was it just like Tony outside? I'm pops
He
outside.
said
and shit. But when we in the crib, babe,
out of control.
I just had a
no,
long day.
she
Outside, she
was who
Tony
she-
Rock, and the house, she Tony Braxton.
Don't
What?
leave me out.
Hey,
I'm-
both,
Yo.
Yo.
What?
what? They both Tony. I don't know. I'm trying to figure
No.
out.
Yeah. She was Tony the Tiger.
I'm trying to figure
Hey, yo. I'm done with this
Who
whole
invited him on
conversation.
the show?
Y'all
What?
did. Y'all did.
No, she.
So
She was still
I'm just trying to
physically a
figure
woman,
I know, but
but
you Tony Brass, she act like baby. You go, I'm gonna give you one more chance. Put some respect on my name. All three of y'all, 1, 2, and 3.
Hey, yo.
That's outside, but inside.
Birdman.
Let me kiss this pain away.
Hey, yo.
I can't bear. Unbreak my heart. Those
yo,
are Tony
it's
Braxton
really
sound
him
like the
hitting the
black
note,
Celine Dion. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh my God.
Yo.
Fire. on so many
What
levels.
is going on
sorry.
here?
so can I finish?
You trying to be the main
All right,
character?
so-
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
now I hoped that she would be more understanding because she was a woman like I was. You know what I mean? More considerate about my feelings. More, you know what I mean? Initially she was, but then she still turned out to be. The things that I went through with her, I was going through with men. So to me, it was no different. You know what I mean? Emotionally. So, I wasn't someone that was looking to be with a woman just because, of my sexual attraction to women. It was a more emotional attachment thing for me. You know what I mean? It wasn't sexual. So, and then I
pee-pee.
did talk about wanting to maybe date women after, again, my bad experiences with men years later. But again, it was just about being in the presence of women and not men at all. Like, we did elaborate this on other podcasts, but it was mainly I just didn't want to be around men. I was disgusted, and I feel like a lot of us can agree nowadays. We talked about this in our first episode that it's a lot of garbage out here. So I feel like maybe I just didn't want to date. You know what I mean? Maybe if I'm gonna go out with my girlfriends. That's basically what I was, ultimately coming up with. But no, I couldn't date a guy that dated men because I'm not a bisexual person. I dated a woman years ago for the emotional attachment, the emotional connection. It wasn't.
This sounds
Like a
really
guy-
confusing.
Listen,
really confusing.
sorry.
Because I ate coochie and I acknowledge that I am bisexual.
So then y'all
So
not.
I don't
okay,
know what's happening, but
so
okay.
understand what I'm saying. When I dated the woman, I'm going to repeat. Back in the day, many years ago, it was because I was hoping that she would emotionally treat me better. It was not about her eating my coochie. Men eat my coochie all the time. It was not about getting my coochie licked. It was about me having someone in my life that I could have a better emotional connection with. It was nothing about the sex. Men eat coochie, women eat coochie. Okay, great. It had nothing to do with the sex. Everybody thinks that when you date outside of your sex, it's because you want to experience outside of your sex. For me, that was not my case.
Okay.
It may be for somebody else, but for me, it had nothing to do with getting my vagina licked. I can get a man. They do that all the time. It had nothing to do with that. I just wanted to be treated better. Do we understand the separation?
No, we get
from
it.
that?
We get
Okay,
it.
I've been got the
Okay,
separation. I
so
understood
yeah,
where
okay.
you was
So
coming from with that.
I said that it was
Well, I'm just
emotional.
saying,
I
but what
wanted
if-
to be treated better.
What
It
if
had
Tom
nothing to
felt
do
that same
with-
way? He felt like the women wouldn't treat him good.
And that's
at one point.
fine, but he
So-
wouldn't be the guy for me because he could say that about me. He could have his opinion and be like, oh, well, you dated a girl when you was 19, like 20 years ago. Okay, well, I dated that girl because I was looking for a better emotional connection, not because I wanted my vagina licked. You lick my vagina. I don't care about that. It's
Yeah,
like
she haven't cared if you
it was
licked it. I
more
don't
about
care.
the emotional connection. It had nothing to do with the sex. So,
Okay.
you know what I mean? That's why I chose to date a woman years ago. I was young, and I was hoping for a better emotional connection. Now, if a guy, in the age that we are, because we're all over 40, right, or most of us.
Everybody in here.
Everybody over 40. We over 40.
Over 40.
Anyway, if I just feel like you can call it what you want, but there are a lot of double standards when it comes to women and men. Okay, men could do things; they could be whores, they could sleep around, but they'll never be considered that. But if a woman do it, we a whore. So here's how I'm going to look at it: if a man that I'm dating is interested in dating other men, we're going to kick that double standard in that John, and we're going to say you're gay or bisexual, and that you probably shouldn't. You can't date me. You can't date me. You could maybe date someone else who is okay with you being bisexual and wanting to date other women or other men, but it wouldn't work for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, got
it
you.
wouldn't work for me.
Got you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No,
Makes
you know what
sense.
I mean? Like, go ahead, do your thing. Like,
go ahead,
playing your, let him play in your booty hole.
You
I
want
mean, do
to
your
suck
thing.
some top? Go ahead.
Right,
Ain't got
go ahead,
nothing
do
to
your
do
thing.
with me.
Experiment,
Right.
see, because if y'all remember,
Top
Tank said, Tank the R&B artist,
There we go.
Tank said that he experimented with men because he just wanted to.
Wait, did he say he did?
Oh yeah, he said he did.
Oh,
He didn't say he wanted to. He said he did.
I thought he said.
And he
asked
said-
Don't you only do
And-
that if you want to?
Right, and he said,
I mean,
this was
yeah.
an interview, and Tank
No, not in jail.
said,
Well, 'cause one
Wait,
plus one
wait.
equal two.
Time out.
It-
Time out.
Tank
I
said-
got a question.
Tank said,
So, you're only bisexual or gay if you actually had sex with somebody?
No, it's
no,
sexual
no.
attraction.
If you
just
were
attraction?
sexually
Attraction
attracted to the
to the
opposite
person, yeah.
sex,
Okay.
Considered bi.
It has to
emotional it has nothing to do with that. It's all about sexual attraction.
So
Wait,
you would
wait,
be
wait.
gender
Oh, so
fluid.
sorry.
So a
So
man
it would be
Because her
gender
question
fluid.
was if a man was in a relationship. She never said that they were sleeping together. That's
Yeah,
why I'm
what if
asking.
No, I didn't say he was, I said
No,
that.
her question,
what I
Star's
said.
question
What?
was
If he
if a
ever-
man
ever
was
was
ever in a relationship with another
man.
man. She didn't say that they were
Okay,
sleeping together.
but
What
if
if he
they were in a
never-
relationship, then why weren't
What
they
if they
sleeping
never
together?
crossed that line?
Oh,
Then they
what
were
if it was
friends.
20
They
What-
weren't in
What
a
if it was just
relationship.
for an emotional connection?
Then they were, but I had an emotional connection with someone, and we were still sleeping with each other.
No, I'm saying what if a man said it was just about emotional connection, like you said?
Then it would just be a friend. It wouldn't be a relationship.
So, and that's funny that you say that because we go through this all the time as men. I remember the first episode of our cast where I asked, and it was an uproar, and it was like, yo, that's crazy that women say this a lot, that men do not actually like women. They like
They
their
like
homies,
men.
but they like vagina. They like the sexual aspect. They're sexually attracted to men, but emotionally they homies. Now, here's the thing.
Wait,
because
sexually attracted to men.
No, sexually attracted women. Yeah,
Oh,
we
I'm
meant to
about
say
to say.
women.
the women,
But
and they
emotionally
hom-
attracted.
Just
Emotionally
emotionally
attracted to
attracted to
their
say homie, yeah.
Now the thing is that
Damn.
most of the time that's your homie or whatnot because you can identify on some level or whatnot. That's your man. That's your friend. Like just anybody else has friends. That's what that relationship entails. What you're saying is that as long this is the thing that all right. So I'm gonna divvy this up from as far as what I'm hearing from you, right? You're not really sexually attracted to women as much,
Right.
Okay, cool. So you're emotionally attracted to women, right? But women don't understand that. Most women don't understand that portion of it, or most people don't. So therefore, if your homie says, "This is my man," and I actually like hanging out with him more than I do my girl, that's the same thing.
Same thing.
Except they're like, "Yo, that's gay," because when it's a man, that's where, like you said, that's where the double standard
Double
comes
standard
in.
comes in.
So what we're saying, I do understand exactly what you're saying, but I don't think that makes anybody bi. It doesn't make you bi or
Right,
gay
right.
until you. Because let me ask you a question. Can I
To the
ask you a
sexual
big
acts.
question, and then I'm going to
Yeah.
stop talking for a little bit.
Yeah.
Did you return the favor during your sexual escapades
Yeah,
with women?
because I felt like I should. 'Cause
Okay,
my
okay,
goal,
cool.
the goal for the two of us was
Right.
to make a relationship out of it. So even if it was an initial emotional attachment, which is nice, you want that with somebody that you're considering dating, right?
Right.
You know, I didn't do it right away. It was, like I said, she was more of the butch type, so she was the one doing most of that. And then I did talk about this before. I went down on her like once. She only let me do it one time because I must have like fucking
But she felt gay.
I blew her mind, yo.
was-
She would never let me do it again after. Like she, Lord, but because her whole reaction to it was insane. I guess she wasn't expecting that. So because I've never been with a woman. That was my first girl that I've ever.
But a
been
lot
with.
of times they had never been with men. So essentially, so they are not used to women doing that to them.
Right.
Yeah.
Like two femmes being together, they do it to each other all the time. But if you got one butch
She
and one
seemed
femme,
experienced.
Oh, really?
So yeah, she had years, and you can tell.
Oh,
But but no, I did that because I was 19, y'all. Like
Yeah.
the emotional attraction was there, but I felt like, well, if that's there and we really like each other, and what I was looking for, what I thought would suit me better than dating men at that time. So of course I would be willing to please her, like that. Duh, like I'm not gonna, be with somebody and not please them. But it was never sexual for me. So it was like, it might have been for her, but it wasn't for me because that wasn't something I had ever done before. You know what I mean?
No, I got you.
I feel like for me, I wouldn't not date a man who was in a relationship with a man, because
shit.
for that specific reason, whether or not it's an emotional connection or not, you essentially had sex with this person.
Yeah, man.
Some type of sexual intimacy with that person. So my mind, and it's crazy because I'm gonna say this because I've had it said to me. Because in my dating history, it was like, okay, so if you knew that I never dated a girl, I never was in a relationship with a girl, and like that, like I touched them inappropriately, different ways, different times, whatever. Appropriately, but I say inappropriately.
Sounds a
But-
little SA-ish.
No, like I touched them in a special place.
Inappropriately.
Yes, in a special place and made them feel some type of way. But in that aspect, I've had guys flip it on me and say, well, how do you know that you won't, because like I said, I've never been in a relationship with a girl. So it's like, how do you know that you won't leave me for a girl? Because you're attracted to them. Because I am attracted to females. Okay. I've never dated one. I don't want to date one. I don't want to be in a relationship with two. I don't want to bump
Just
want
wanna
to
play with their
like that. I
cooters.
just want to touch you inappropriate and make you look and make you feel away. That's just what I want to do.
You would scissor.
No, I wouldn't. I don't even like. And the crazy part about it is, I knew I wasn't like a girl that likes girls like to be in a relationship long term. Only because I didn't want you to penetrate me with a dildo because there's dicks out here. I'm not. You're not about to do that with me. Like I could go get a man. Why
And
would
that
we
shit
even
was
do
in her
that?
book bag before she
Yeah,
got
like
there.
if you pulled it out, strap on.
Start seeing
It's
shit.
just not.
Whoa.
It's just
Whoa.
not.
Then
Yeah.
you
Now,
know
let
you
me
ain't
Yeah,
over there
out of
doing
control.
anything.
And now,
Out of
You
control.
know you ain't right for
Yeah.
that.
You ain't sterilized that shit, right? I'm sorry.
No, but like that was my thing. Like that was my thing that I would not do. Like to your point, you said you wouldn't do this. I'm not. You're not putting a strap on me. We're not doing that.
right.
So that's how I knew I wasn't into girls. Like I like looking at them. They're very beautiful and I'm attracted to them. But like if it came to that, that's not something I'm trying to do with you. Like if we're gonna do any type of penetration other than your tongue being in my vagina or my ass, I'm not letting you penetrate.
So
me
you
with
would
no,
let her do it, though.
Sonny's out
No,
here for a
she could,
good
no,
time.
like,
now.
she can do it.
Not a long time.
You
I
would you give it back?
I would do it. Like I've done it back to them, but I'm not. You're not gonna put a strap on and fuck me. You're not doing that.
All right, but that's a hard line.
No, but
It'd
like
be
no, but
it'd
no,
be
but
tire
it's people
face
that,
for
it's people
me.
that
That's
do
a hard
that.
line.
So for me,
all this shit off.
so for me to be like with a dude, so like I said, for me to say that and then also turn around and say that if I date a dude and he told me he dated dudes, I'm like, oh, so you probably gonna suck. Like I'm not gonna compete with you about. I'm not gonna be worried about whether or not you sucking your dude dick or
That's a little
like
crazy.
I'm not. Like,
But-
I don't want to
but
worry
they
about
could
that. Or
say
you
the
leave
same
me for
thing.
a man, or you leave me for a man.
Michael and Michelle.
Yeah, or you
That's too
leave
much.
me for a man. Like, cause as a female,
All right, yo, go somewhere,
that's a
yo.
blow. That's a blow. Like you left me
That's
for
a
a
blow
man.
is crazy.
You left me for a man. It's crazy. Shush. But I'm just saying, like that type of devastation is crazy. Like you cheating on me with a whole man. I'm going to jail. I don't want that for me, so I don't want to date you.
Can I say, because Ty is in deep thought. You're too mature for this conversation
Yeah.
right now, right?
I'm sorry.
But look, can I say something real quick? And then I'll let y'all keep going, right? I want y'all, and I really want y'all to internalize exactly what I'm about to say. Your reasoning, you just cracked the code of why men feel differently about women cheating and men cheating.
Yeah.
Whoa, save that. Save it. Save
All
it.
right. Save it.
Okay.
Okay.
So listen,
Okay.
my answer, hell no.
Yeah.
Hell
Flipping no.
Hell no. I would never date no man that ever dated a man, even said he was attracted to a man. I don't care. I would never date any man who none of it.
said,
No.
"Oh, look at his
I would
shoulders."
never see him the same. What did I say the other episode? If you can tell me what to do, you can tell me what to do, but you can't tell me what to do. He could never tell me what to do. So no.
You out here sucking
No.
dick like me. Like
Gotta go
no.
tell
Listen
Byron
here.
what to do.
Let me tell y'all, because
going on?
some people might be tuning in
You
this.
gonna say,
Hold
Michael's
on,
fucking
hold
better
on,
than
wait,
you.
wait, time out. Some people might be tuning into this for the first time and don't really know
Sorry.
me. You know what I'm saying? I don't like a whole lot of stuff when it comes to men. It's a whole lot of stuff that I'm like, yeah, nah, I'm questioning you. If I gotta question you, the answer is going to be see ya. Because I just can't. So no, you could not tell me that I dated a man one time because I wanted to try it out. No, nope. Yeah. So
No.
guess what? This is a tryout too in your film.
Hold on, time out. You,
try it out.
you could never
That's it.
ever tell me that the
That's
best
it.
the
Nope.
best head you got was from a dude.
Nope.
We
Nope.
can't be together.
What do you mean?
She said
Nope.
Mark did it better than this.
Like
Nope.
Marcus,
Mark looked
his
up to the
jawline,
Nope.
his jawline is doing things. Nah, we not doing that.
No, I can't. So you know,
You're not about to hurt
I'm
my
not
feelings
gonna-
out loud and in public.
Listen, I'm not one of them rage bait people that think everything that men do is gay, but I am very particular about a man being what I call
You can't be second dick while we
manly.
second dick. Like,
Certain things, I'm sorry. I don't like men carrying pocketbooks. I
No.
really am not a
Oh
fan
my
of men
God.
doing things that women do.
Hell no.
I'm about to tell you
Yeah.
something real crazy, and it's going to be real controversial.
Contribution is crazy.
I
She's good
could
on
not
it.
wait.
Controversial.
I could not wait for the braids era to be over. I hated men in braids.
I like men in
I
braids.
never liked men in braids. Never.
Wow.
But why?
Never. Your hair should not look like what my hair look like if I take a wig off or take my sewing out. No. I never liked men in
She
braids.
look like you about to set it off with me.
No.
But then the same can be said about women in
I
shortcuts
never
when they get the
liked men.
waves.
I
She said
never
Cleo
liked
and AI
men.
should not be in the same
There you
relationship.
go.
Hey,
They said AI dated the brat. I said, how did they know who was who?
Because she said she
And
attracted to
somebody
him,
came
them,
in the
him,
room, they
her,
would have
and
been
you.
like, is that AI or is that the brat? Is that AI or that the brat?
The brat got an ass though. She got an ass though.
Oh
Shorty got ass.
I have
like,
never,
remember-
That part.
never
Time
liked
out.
men in
Remember on
braids.
Love and Basketball when they be rubbing each other ankles? They probably be greasing each other's scalps.
Listen,
Hey,
no,
yo.
no. I never.
I would grease my man's
never-
scalp if he had braids.
Oh, I couldn't wait for that era to be over.
my God, that's
And I ain't gonna say what else I don't like because I don't want to offend
No, I
nobody.
will. I don't like bell bottoms. Can y'all stop wearing fucking
Who
bell
the
bottoms?
No.
Hold on, hold
Skinny
on.
jeans.
Guys
Skinny
wear
jeans
bell
piss
bottoms.
me off.
Can y'all please take them?
I don't know no man that wore.
Oh, girl.
What?
Most of the basketball players.
Kendrick Lamar had him on for the Super Bowl.
Kendrick Lamar had him
Kendrick
on.
Lamar had him on for the
That
Super
shit
Bowl.
is not attractive.
I was cool with
It's
everything he
weird
did
as
except for them
hell.
goddamn pants, and I posted about it. Like, what's up with them pants, bro?
Athletes be wearing that stuff.
Oh,
Like, can y'all
hell
take
no.
them dumbass pants off? Like, what
No.
is wrong with y'all? You might as well put the fucking platforms on too. Like,
Nah, niggas wearing bell bottoms.
I
and
have
crop
issues.
tops now.
No, I have
Ew.
issues
What?
with skinny jeans.
and the crop top.
I don't like a man in
what's
skinny
wrong
jeans.
with
You
y'all?
watch Bel Air.
They
Crop
do.
tops
You
too.
saw
They
that.
do.
You saw the boy that played Will Smith.
Oh, the crop
had
top,
motherfucking
the,
crop top with
he
the bell
does-
bottom.
he
No,
definitely
you
did.
cannot wear a crop top as a man. Like, what is
Nah.
wrong with
That's
you?
insane.
Crop top. Will Smith on the regular Fresh Prince wore it. That's why they
Yeah.
had it on in
That's what
Bel
it was.
Air
That nigga had
because he
crop
wore them all the time.
No, but he
always-
ain't had no bell bottoms on.
No, he had the crop top
The crop
though.
tops
He
are
would
not
have a
fake
crop top
either.
shirt on.
Like that, like the cut off, like workout shirt. That
Yeah,
was
go
cool.
back and look. He definitely
Yeah.
wore a crop top
But
shirt.
he ain't never had no bell bottoms on.
Playing basketball,
No, but listen.
like Sidney Dean and
They
and
wear it
White
as
Niggas.
a fashion statement nowadays, and it's
I
weird
really
as
have
hell.
No.
but I really have an issue with men in
That's
skinny
a
jeans.
different kind of
Like
statement.
I hate
Ain't got
that with a
nothing to do
passion.
fashion.
Like why are your jeans that tight?
What's the skinniest jean that
Skin-
you talk about?
Like the jeans where your
jegging.
ass
You
is out
can't
at the
put
top.
It look
You
like
can't
you're
pull
wearing
it
your
up.
little sister
Your
jeans.
butt look bigger than
A
mine because
jegging.
of how tight your
Right.
fucking jeans are. If I gotta walk in the house and I gotta figure out who jeans belong to who, we got a fucking problem.
Oh shoot! Not Bruce Jenner trying.
Like
to
I'm not
clothes.
about to be.
jeans off,
Like
nigga.
I'm walking by you, got my jeans on, bro. Like no, I don't want that for me.
Those
My
is mine,
bad,
want
nigga.
some-
my bad, babe. I thought they was mine.
Wait,
How?
What about
Why?
his
They say
jeans too
hipster.
big for him?
No, because I don't buy my.
Mine is skinnier.
Oh, I'm dead because I'm a little thicker. But if your jeans, you walk around here, like if you skinny and you got them jeans that fit you, that's fine. But I'm talking about the niggas that be plumped, putting on them goddamn skinny jeans, talking, what's up, shorty? Get your little tight ass out of here. Like, get the fuck out of here. You can't even bend down
Can't
without
put your-
getting ready to bust a gut.
Can't put your
even
hand in your
walk.
pocket.
Yeah, walking like you shuffling your feet because you can't even fucking move properly.
Can't put your hand.
I don't want to talk to you.
Can't put your hand in your pocket.
No.
You can't put
Yeah.
your hand in your
Nah.
pocket.
Yeah, you
Your
out
hands are
here
too tight.
Underwear,
So,
I don't-
underwear,
Wow,
dusty
yo.
looking, look
I
like you
don't
was sweating for
I
7
don't
days
like
in them
any of
underwear.
that stuff.
All right, ladies, y'all going in on these niggas.
No, but
Goddamn.
I'm just saying.
Back to the
I
show.
feel bad. So to bring
feel
it
bad.
back to the question, that's why I say hell no, because there's some things I question even about men who have never said that. So if you say that, that just take you all the way down. I'm good.
Right.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm
All
good.
right.
Sonny.
Sorry, AI,
All right.
but yeah, I didn't. I'm glad I didn't like the
I
braids.
like braids. I always braided their
No.
hair too. I got money braiding hair.
Nah,
so,
I'm
you know.
good.
I
I
got
couldn't
to a
wait. I
bag.
couldn't wait for that to be over, man. I was waiting.
I was
Patiently.
getting to a bag. The box
It's done.
braids, the starter braids, I had them covered.
Take. I like the Kobe fro because I like to play him. You know what I mean? People's hair. I like the low cut. I never like braids. though.
Just don't have peasy hair. Like brush your hair, bro. I don't like that either.
That part.
Just brush your hair.
Niggas,
Just,
yeah.
you know. All right. So
I can do twists, but not braids.
Oh, I like braids. Okay, so my topic is I was talking and I couldn't think of a topic while we was en route to here, and then my friend came up with a good topic, and he was talking about financial abuse. You know, when we talk about financial abuse, we normally hear from the men is the breadwinner, and then he's taking care of a woman, and he expects her to fall in line because he covers everything, right? Women do it too. Some women a lot of us women. Working women probably make more than some of the men that we date, and some of them take that to the full advantage. Like I'm the breadwinner, you ain't shit. Like belittling him and stuff like that. So like, how do you guys feel about the relationships? Not necessarily it has to be 50-50, but how do you feel about somebody using their wealth to place demands upon you in a relationship?
I mean, it's a no-go for sure. Like, I feel like as an adult, you should never put yourself in a situation where you're solely depending on another adult to take care of you. So you don't, if you do that, you don't have to worry about, somebody controlling your every aspect of your life. You know what I mean? But if you happen to be one of those people that put yourself in that situation, then, that's on you. You can wriggle yourself out of it, figure it out. You know what I mean? Because you clearly don't want more for yourself. You know what I mean? I get if you're in a situation, maybe you lost your job. Maybe you ran across some unfortunate or unforeseen financial times. That's different. You know what I mean? If you have to be in that space temporarily where you're depending on a partner, to keep you afloat until you get back on your feet, that's different. And that partner should be doing it willingly and unconditionally, not in a way where they can control you. But if you're just one of those people, you know what I mean? Like, and I'll forever say this, it can go both ways. Men can you have those men, the ones that don't work, like Jody. You know what I mean? They're living off of a chick, driving her car.
Driving her car, yep.
You know what I mean? Like, there's those guys too. And then there's women who just refuse to work, and for some odd reason they feel like, based off of whatever looks they think they have, you know what I mean, that somebody's supposed to be taking care of you. Y'all y'all deserve whatever karma throws your way on some real shit. Like, I don't wish bad on anybody, but if you just one of those lazy individuals that intentionally like to use people because of whatever finances they have, and you don't feel like you should ever have to work as an adult, all right, well, you get what you get. You know what I mean? So no, I don't agree with that. If you end up in a relationship like that and that person is taking advantage of you, you deserve it. You deserve it. Grow up.
Damn.
Get your shit together. Get a job. Stop depending on people. Stop being a leech. Stop, feeling so entitled and feeling like you don't have to take care of yourself. You don't have somebody should be doing it for you. Stay off social media because it's brainwashing a lot of y'all. All right, like get your shit together. As an adult, if you don't have your own roof over your own head, all right, cool. You don't have a vehicle. Everybody don't. You know what I mean? It's not. Times are hard. I get it, but you don't have your own pot to piss in. You don't have no kind of income. You can't feed yourself. Like none of that stuff is desirable nowadays. So like. If you end up in a situation like that and you put yourself there, you chose that.
Wow.
And whatever you get from that is what you deserve. I don't feel sorry for you. Grow up, get a job, get your shit together. It is what it is. How do you feel about it, Star?
Whoa.
So,
Said 10 toes
I thought
down
that was
with that
rough
one.
with the braids.
so
Damn.
first
My
of all,
goodness.
why you had to cuss me out?
I
But
feel attacked. I don't know why. I'm like, goddamn.
I know, right?
I'm sitting here like,
Look, it made me think, do I got my stuff together?
Like, do I have my shit together? Because I'm out here struggling.
I got most of those things. But
Shit.
Damn.
Shit, I don't drive. I felt like that was a
yeah, I
personal
don't drive
attack.
either.
Like, get your shit together. I catch the bus, the Ubers, and the trains.
Nigga, get your shit right. No, goddamn. What? What I do?
Professional passenger, okay? Not, I say that shit proudly.
Me too, Sonny. Me
That
too.
part. Personal passenger in here.
Passenger princess.
That part.
Y'all, though. We
Period.
men care for the energy chicks. Like,
Yes.
I mean, we different. We different.
Crazy.
yeah. Well, some of us wasn't different at first.
What?
Because wait, I was in a situation where I was the stay-at-home mom. I was not the breadwinner. I was being fully taken care of.
Okay.
And in the beginning, towards the middle, it was not no issue. And it was so smooth because it was also to the point where I didn't at the same time had to ask for anything. So it's like I had access to everything. So it's like, all right, whatever you want to do, whatever you need, whatever you have to do, here, do it. Like I never had to say, well, I don't have no money this weekend. Where's my allowance? It was not like that. It was like, this is your card that goes to our bank account, and whatever you want to go to shopping today, you wanted to pay some bit, whatever you want to do, this is your card for the account, whatever. And it was even to the point where it was like, before I even make a big purchase, even though I'm the person that's making this money, before I make a big purchase, we're going to have a discussion about that. Like, I'm not even going to go out and spend the money big, like a lot of money at one time without consulting with you. And it was weird to me because I'm like,
Make the money.
It's your money. Like, what can I tell you? Like, I really can't say no. But growing up, I did learn to be like, no, we not doing that. We can't do that. Can't afford that. No, that's not in the budget for at this point in time. It wasn't until the relationship started going a little south that the financial part started to play a part in it. And I feel like it was
South, what
in
do you
it,
mean South?
like, people get a little different. They want to be outside a little bit more. So now I can use my financial power over you to say, who you talking to? You can't really, and this and that, or now ain't like you ever helped, and now you get to say those things, or now it's like I am in a position where I got like, well, this I gotta pay this. Like, can you do it? And it be like, oh, you asked me like that? Like, you need to be like, wait, what?
Yeah, it changed.
It changed. So then after that, I made a vow that I would never be financially dependent 100% on nobody ever. And that's when I said it earlier, give them the power to feed you, give them the power to starve you.
Oh, shit.
Woo.
No.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I'm
Never
here for
be
this.
I like
So-
that. I like that. Yeah.
So
Never be hungry again.
I know
so
that's
glad I'm here
right.
for this conversation. Go ahead.
Financial abuse. Never actually been in that situation because I never really been in a situation where somebody had more than me.
So
Say
were
it.
you the person? So you never
I
financially
no,
abused
I
anyone
definitely
else?
never
Okay.
abused anybody financially or held it over their head or any of that. You know, I witnessed that as a kid in several marriages. I'm not gonna say which ones, but you know, I definitely witnessed that. That's definitely a thing. I think there's a difference in when somebody says, "Hey, you know, I want you to be, like what she said at first. I want you to be a stay-at-home mom. You don't have an allowance. This is our money. You know, whatever the case may be." Now, some people maintain that consistently. I know people who maintain that consistently. But like you said, when something else changes, then now they have that power over you, and I think that's what makes Dana say what she said is like I'm never going to give anybody that satisfaction, that power, whatever, right? But at the same time, I feel like you always should have something of your own.
Yeah.
You know what I
Like you go
mean?
on dates without having
Not
money.
like
Yeah.
Yes.
because people can switch up.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
At the drop of a dime. And then now you can abuse me. Because where the financial abuse comes in is when people think, oh, they have nowhere to go.
Yeah, you
So
can't
it's,
leave,
So it's
you can't-
nothing
yeah.
that they can do about
Yeah.
this. They have no choice but to stay.
and
You know
tolerate
what I
whatever
mean?
I'm giving.
And
them.
I've been
Yeah.
in this. I've been in a situation like that, and it was like somebody else was like, "Well, yeah, you can stay till you get yourself together," and that's immediately what I did because nobody is ever going. What they say? You can't put baby in a corner.
Yeah.
You can't put Taya in a corner. You're never going to hold anything over my head in any situation. Not a job, not a friendship, nothing.
right.
Yeah.
That's
I'm gonna
right.
always be able to figure it out because it's in me. I didn't been on welfare to where I am now, to a homeowner,
Yes,
to
girl.
almost being
Yeah.
at my job 20
Yes.
years, all of that. That's
Yeah.
in me. I did all that.
Yeah.
And I could do it again if I lost it all tomorrow. And I ain't
right,
afraid
girl.
to start from the
Yes,
bottom because I would rather start from the bottom than to stay in a situation where somebody thinks they got a hold on me
Yeah.
because they're taking
Right.
care of me. Absolutely not.
Exactly.
Never.
Girl,
Yeah.
preach.
Never.
That's the main character energy.
That part.
Baby.
Keith?
Period.
Yeah. So
Yes.
well said, Taya. Well said. I come from a different viewpoint about this because I understand very much both sides of how this
Yeah,
operates. A
yeah.
lot of times when I'm sorry, if
You're
not
good.
in
I'm
it.
in your way.
There-
You're okay.
No, a lot of times that's exactly what it is. The men are in a position of provision, into which that they're supposed to be the provider, and that's kind of that's a mainstay. It's like, all right, boom, you know what I mean? You're the provider. Make this happen. This is what it's supposed to be. If the man decides that, hey, I don't no longer want to be with you, or I need things to kind of operate in a specific pattern, like I don't like the things that you do, then I can, you know what I mean, then feel like, all right, maybe I'm going to hold this over your head because, I am, the provider and made to be that way. There are times, though, and here's the oddity of a situation like this, where it's played on the back end of it, too. It's both ends and both sides of it. Where men find themselves in a kerfuffle lately is the fact that it's not about them. I don't even know if they're looking towards them being able to financially abuse a situation, but they're looking for a position of provision. And what happens is that a lot of the women now have their own. They don't really need men in that situation as they used to. Yeah. So men find themselves trying to get in where they fit in, but not going for women that do have their own because there's nothing that I can bring to you to light this up. Essentially, I am, you know what I'm saying? I am a candle in the sunlight. You know what I mean? So therefore, I'm not doing, you know what I mean? So therefore, they feel a type of way towards themselves. So men become very, very fickle when it comes to the money situation. That's the reason why they show off so much. That's the reason why they don't commit. That's the reason why they don't go out there and try to find somebody that's for them because they feel like in the greater scheme of things, what I bring to the table, is it going to be enough for somebody who doesn't essentially need me?
They need somebody to need them.
Right, you need somebody. Right, you need somebody to need you. Now, here's another thing. I come from a very experienced side of this and whatnot because my situation was a little different. You know what I mean? I earned, my partner earned, we earned together. You know, there's a certain position, even if my earning fluctuated. But what happens is that, and this happens a lot in relationships. If there is not because as the man, you are supposed to be the head of the household. If there's any confusion, though, and the confusion I mean is if you earn 50 and I earn 60, or if you earn 75 and I earn 50, now you are looking at me as you are not the leader in this situation. Mm-hmm. That is a form of financial abuse that we don't talk about because what happens is that there's not an understanding of that. Mm-hmm. She's not going to look at you and say, I'm not abusing you, dog. Like you just, no. The abuse comes in if I can and you can't. Mm. Does that make sense?
Even if it's unintentional?
It's not unintentional when the understanding is there. And nobody cares about your intention.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because if you knew being with him, he made 50,000, you made 75. He was never. Right. He's not, and you know that his income is not going to increase to where yours are. You know that.
Now we're not talking about a bum ass nigga. Yeah. We're not talking about a nigga that ain't about nothing.
But
we're not talking about a nigga that's not elevated. He just may not be elevated in the way that you are, or his elevation process is taking, time
a little longer. Yeah.
There will
or
be
maybe y'all are elevating together, but if I'm here and you're here, even if we're moving, you're still always in the front.
Yeah. Right.
So if you got a $25,000 raise and now you're at 75, but then she got one, but she's at 100.
Exactly.
So it's like she's always still in front of you. So that don't mean that it makes you
there's two things. It's not abuse until the separation begins to happen. Until the separation of classes begin to happen. You know that you can declassify yourself in your own fucking home.
Yeah.
If I do what you can't because I can, you're declassifying yourself. And it's very selfish. So it's like the point, a man's objective has always been provision. And no matter what, if my objective was always to make more and to be on top in that way, no matter what, my partner comes with me. You take the trips I take. Right. I buy you shit, even the more expensive things than I have because you are my partner and you are my woman. But a lot of women don't have that in them because the survival.
Like taking care of a man.
Right. It's like I'm taking care of you,
yeah.
my nigga. Like
you're another kid. You're not.
Get like me.
Yeah.
You know
what I'm saying? Feeling like they don't have to show you the same respect because
boom.
Yeah,
and
it's
like
like I feel like you should say to your partner like, oh, is it cool that I go away for the weekend with my girls, whatever.
Right.
But now, nigga, I make $100,000 a year. I'm going. You can't tell me what to do. Like they have that kind of demeanor.
Exactly. This is the. I'm sorry, but this is like a really huge form of financial abuse because you know what happens? The man doesn't. He's loyal to the soil. He's not going to leave. He's going to internalize these specific things and try to do what he can do in order to make himself happy. So then he'll go out and cheat. So then he'll fall back and act as I'm telling you. Then he'll fall back and cheat. Then he'll act funny in the light. Then he don't want to be around you. And then you all of a sudden you looking like, well, nigga, you don't want to spend time with me either. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's once you become the uber decision maker and you've lost respect for him, he'll understand that the respect is gone. When the respect is gone, the relationship is over.
Yeah. So that's interesting because, like I said, in almost every situation, I've had more.
Right.
I have never treated nobody like I've had more than them.
Right.
I've never disrespected them because I had more than them.
Right.
And that's why a lot of men say, oh, I can't deal with a woman that makes more money than me because the assumption is that she's automatically, you know what I mean, going to look at you as less than. Remember on Talk Heavy when I said I would date a man that worked at Walmart. Right. And I would treat him the same way I would treat somebody that worked at PGW. Because it's about who he is. Yeah. And a lot of people are caught up on how much money people make. You need to worry about how people manage their money. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, because you can make a lot of money. You know what I mean? Because I dated people who made a lot of money on paper, but they didn't have a house. They didn't have, good credit. You know what I mean? Or any of these things. Right. But they had more money on paper,
right?
But they weren't in a better financial situation. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And it's more about the financial situation. But for me, that's not attached to respect because I'm not going to get involved with anybody that I don't respect. You know what I'm saying? From the gate.
But that's-
and that's not attached to their
I get what you're
paycheck.
saying.
Can I
Or
ask
I
a
wouldn't
question?
even be dealing with them to begin with.
But that's the part. See, here we go.
Don't call
These
me
are-
no unicorn.
These aren't. That's
Yeah.
not a thing that shows up in the beginning.
Yeah. So can I ask a question though? So would you consider abuse if so? I'm the person dating person X.
Right.
They make 89,000. I make 50,000.
Okay.
I feel inadequate. So now I'm
As a woman,
doing
Okay.
right, and now I'm reversing the abuse in a sense of
that's
you
true. Yep.
you think that you own me, like
Yep.
I'm like going against everything we got to do is a struggle because I feel like I'm not pulling my end of the weight, and so now it's not necessarily you, it's not really said, not necessarily him saying you're not doing, you're pulling your weight, but
Yeah.
because I feel that way. I'm imprinting my feelings on him.
Yeah.
So we're causing conflict. So I'm abusing him, but it's almost like a
but
reverse
that's
situation.
that's what men begin to do in that
Yeah, 'cause they don't feel-
because they don't feel adequate.
Or they feel like
in
they
that
have nothing to
situation.
offer.
They don't when they don't feel like they have it to offer, they flip the script in order to make the best impact that they possibly
Yeah,
can.
and try to- yeah,
even
yeah.
and then most of the time it's not like you'll have men that are actually cool with that, but a lot of men don't like to walk into the ring. They don't like to walk in to fight Mike Tyson. I'd rather fight Glass Joe. I don't want to walk in to fight Mike Tyson because that's the reason why they don't go for the woman that is established. Like, well, why can't I find a man and whatnot? Because that's why we say we don't care about your accolades, because your accolades are like, if it's a man that can take care of himself. Like, I'm not talking about bum ass niggas. I'm talking about a man that can take care of himself. The reason why he's not impressed by the accolades is because at the end of the day, he's always wanting to be in your favor. So it's not about what you have when he comes in. It's about how we mesh together and how you treat me back, because I'm going to treat you like the best way I know how to treat you.
Time out. Real
yeah,
quick.
because
Yeah.
Let's just call it or talk about what a lot of people are forgetting about how relationships are supposed to work.
Right.
There has to be two emotionally mature
Mm-hmm.
individuals that can understand this is my woman, and regardless of whoever's in a better financial situation than the other, we're still going to love each other unconditionally. We're still going to have each other's backs. We're not going to treat each other, differently. It could be, roles could be reversed, and somebody could lose their job.
Yeah.
Somebody,
Yeah,
That's
he
what
could be
I'm saying.
You know what I
making
mean?
100,000 and then
Anything
get
can
sick.
Yes.
You
But
can't
if
work no more.
if there are two
Yeah.
emotionally mature, not intelligent but mature, there's a difference in that definition. That people who are together, who are already working together in a mature, emotionally manner, where they you know what I mean. There would never be a question if one had more than the other. That's not something that crosses the minds of two people who genuinely love each other and are mature enough to understand that anything could happen. And the whole purpose of whether you're in a relationship with a person or you get married, all the vows that you take, you understand from the jump, this is what you are committed
Yeah,
to.
from sickness
Right.
to
You
health
should,
to richer or
those
poorer.
emotions
Yep.
should never be able to stir up problems in your relationship
agree.
in a financial way. That should be the last thing that should be on the concern of anybody in a relationship with somebody
Yes,
they
I
want to
agree.
be with.
See, and it's funny
But
that you
finance
said,
is
'cause
a
I-
big factor in divorce.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
have
that's number
it
one.
is.
Yeah,
Because there were
Yeah.
two
Yeah.
emotionally immature people
Yes.
who didn't want to sign a prenup. Somebody didn't sign a prenup. Somebody did
Right.
sign a prenup. Why are these things
I ain't
even
signing no
discussed?
Yeah.
When do we?
I sound
When? Let me ask you a question. All of y'all a question. What age do you feel like? Because I don't feel like in your 20s and 30s that shit happens.
Absolutely not.
I just don't think it does.
Yeah.
I don't think because
You're not mature.
I
enough. You
think
haven't
it's
experienced enough
also
life, you
why
know?
people get together. Like like we always say, when a woman be like, oh, I need somebody to make 6 figures and
Right.
you know what I mean, all that kind of stuff.
Right.
No, I need somebody that's emotionally mature.
Yeah.
I need somebody
That
that's
part,
a leader.
that part,
I
yeah.
need somebody who's
Somebody that can
understanding.
communicate.
I need somebody,
Yeah.
who trusts me enough to be vulnerable. Like those
Yes.
are the things, and so when you say those things first, it's like, well, do you want somebody that's broke? It's not about somebody being broke. Willie Gilbert once said that kind of man is never poor, and that's very true. He's not. You know what I'm saying? And I agree with Dana. It's too much of that, and it goes back to what I always say: people care about money way too much.
Yeah. 'Cause
Way too
But I
much
think-
for things that you don't
Yeah.
even need. You don't need all these things.
Yeah.
Right.
Facts.
You don't.
Facts.
No, you're right. You're
That's
absolutely
big
You're
facts.
either trying to live a life you saw somebody else live,
Yeah.
or fulfill some kind of trauma because you didn't have a lot when you was younger.
Yeah.
So
That part.
that's what I'm
Compensate,
saying.
yeah,
At the end of the
compensate
from that
day,
part.
that is the problem.
Yes.
Marry people for who they are, not for what they have, because they may not always
Yes.
have that. If you marry
Yes.
somebody because he makes 6 figures and he loses his job,
Then
can you still
what?
be with him?
Right.
What you
No,
gonna do?
because
Yeah.
you
So
don't
now you
like
tryna
him.
leave.
You like the fact he made
Exactly.
6
You want
figures.
somebody that's you want
Yeah.
somebody money is not an option. You want somebody that always seeking to better themselves, regardless of what it is. Because you don't, of course, nobody wants anybody stagnant that's comfortable being uncomfortable. And I said this on my podcast a couple weeks back. I don't want somebody with me that's gonna watch me struggle to make sure this household is. So even if I am the breadwinner of this relationship, and you're not working, and like you said, or you're a stay-at-home mom or a stay-at-home dad or whatever you're doing, that you're not bringing in income, and I'm maintaining this household, you should be able to have some type of skill or something that if something happens to me, I'm covered. Or if we are financially in this time period right now, a one-income household is a struggle. Income household is a struggle. You're not about to sit here and we call ourselves together, married, or whatever it is, and you watching me struggle and you say, well, you said I could be a stay-at-home. No, that's abuse. I'm over here struggling and driving myself crazy with 6 jobs, and you comfortable living home chilling.
Sound like acrimony. Sound like acrimony.
We can't be together.
But that's also
In
and
the
that
beginning.
goes either, and that's crazy because it's one of those things where and I find it hilarious, but there are people that still kind of live on that really really old school premise of that. What's the music song? Teach Me How to Love.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A man's job is what? To never cry, work till you tired, gotta provide. Like here's the thing, even like back then, there was no other option. But but all in all, there was only but so much as you could make anyway. But that's the reason why grandma lived 27 years longer than grandpa. My great grandmother.
Because she didn't work. She just
didn't
was
work.
chilling.
She was chill. She was. Now I'm not saying that she, you know what I mean, raising the kids one thing, but here, guess what? After a while, the kids are grown. Now y'all in your 60s. He got all types of ailments and whatnot, and you cool. Because of these things happened over time. Because
I don't want to watch you work to die.
yeah,
I don't want
like,
that.
That is insane.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Hell,
saying?
I don't want that.
Yeah.
Work and get this
Yeah.
money.
No,
like, you
because
know?
what are you working for? We
Pay
never
bills and
never
die.
going to have time to enjoy the fruits of your
Right.
labor
Yeah.
if you always
Right.
working.
Yeah.
We never going to have quality time if
And
you
then
come
get
home
somebody
dead tired
Yeah, then you
all
get
the
somebody
time.
and say that you're not spending time with you always
Yes.
working. I got to provide this, everything that you got going on. I got
Absolutely.
to do
It
it.
shouldn't be that way.
Yeah.
But then it's also about being financially responsible too.
You never
Finan-
complain when the money come in.
Yup.
Ain't that what
But
Bean said?
Most people that do abusing or feel abused
Yeah.
financially are financially irresponsible.
Yes.
All right.
That's just a
All
thing.
right, Ty, you up next?
So,
I like that conversation.
Woo, that was deep.
That was
yeah.
good.
That was
Yes.
good. That was
yes,
good.
yes, that was
Yes.
excellent. Good job.
Yeah, I can't say it was all me, but it was,
Listen,
I
y'all
brought
won.
in.
Y'all won. It was you.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
y'all. It was y'all. Y'all won. Start thinking that way. Seriously, I'm speaking into existence.
Yes.
You know.
I was like, we had conversations.
One of my mentors used to say this was about a job. She said, if you know you want another job, you start packing a little bit every day, training your mindset that you get another job. That's what I say when you know you want to get married.
Right.
Start packing a little bit every day towards getting married.
Yeah.
So in the movie, Why Did I Get Married To, right? There's a very specific scene that I want to talk about, right? And I want everybody's opinion. So Terry and Diane are married, right? And Diane starts to have an attraction or like this guy at her job. You know, he sent her flowers, you know what I mean, with a card, and she brought the flowers home. She called her husband by his name. She called her husband by his name. You know what I mean? She
y'all
was,
getting
she
tied
was
up in the fucking
wearing.
basement.
She started wearing like different, like cute underwear to
Yeah.
work.
Yeah, man.
And you
you
know,
trying to
he
be
said
fake.
that one night that she made love to him, he could tell it wasn't like she was making love to him. She was making love to him, right? And she was like, "No, I haven't done anything with him." Oh, is someone with the camera?
No.
Oh, okay.
Mind your business.
No, I had saw something. All right, listen, I'm trying to pay attention. I saw something.
I
on it.
work with this.
So, you know, she said, "Oh, I haven't done anything with him. You know, it doesn't mean anything, whatever." And you know, he left the house or whatever, and they were separated. So, my question is, what is harder to deal with? Somebody cheating physically, or somebody cheating emotionally? Because she didn't sleep with the man, right? But he had her mind. You know what I mean? Like you called me by his name. You were thinking about him when you were sleeping with me. He sent you flowers. You were wearing different underwear. You know what I mean? For him, you did everything but sleep with him. So is it easier to forgive somebody who cheats emotionally? Because somebody told me before cheating emotionally is not a thing.
I
But
don't think so either.
okay, or physically. Dana. Oh yeah. Let's start with our guest, Keith.
Keep going.
Yeah, I don't think cheat. So, all right, this is the thing. Physically is worse unless she loves him. Like, if you love somebody that you not fucking, then that's completely and utterly disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Because, wait a minute, let me get this straight. That makes me feel like I ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? A nigga didn't even give you the hammer? That's crazy. So, like no, think about like, wait a minute. Like, you love him, so you haven't slept with him, but you love him. And you would rather be with him than me. He hasn't even touched you. That is insane. I'm like, first and foremost, who is this nigga? You know what I'm saying? Secondly, like, for real, I'm like, but secondly, like, yeah, so for men, because of the simple fact that men, I don't know if y'all see it the way we do, there is a conquering in mounting a woman for a man. Everything that you do, majority of the time, in that is a very powerful act, extremely powerful act. And that really the submissive side of it is when a woman gives it. That's why they say the woman gives herself to you, because she's giving herself to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, so essentially, it's one of those. Yeah, that fucking physical act itself is like, my God. You know what I mean? You imagine, you know what you do to your woman and you've done to other women and whatnot. It's always this old saying and whatnot. Before you take her back, remember, it slipped out. She put it back in for him.
Hey yo, hey yo.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. What we talking about? Like real. You know what I'm saying?
Every time a woman cheat, men are like that scene on The Best Man. You know how he was standing up at the altar and all he
having
sees
that
is
flashback.
her biting the sheet. That's what men see every time they think about.
You let him clap your cheeks. He bent you down and clapped your cheeks.
See, there's certain things that like men, there are carnal instincts that we stand on. You know what I'm saying? As straight men, you say, okay, you know, being able to pleasure a woman, being able to be strong and athletic and kind of, you know, thought-provoking, smart, and smelling good, and kind of being, this is manly shit, right? And when somebody else come in and eat your food, like, just imagine a nigga just walking into your crib or whatnot, when, you know what I'm saying, when you in the bathroom,
man.
like, bruh, man. That's why Martin was mad. Nigga, what the fuck is you doing, nigga? Like, you in here, whatnot, you in here, like,
Comfortable as hell in my shit.
come in here and you eat, just take a chunk out of my lasagna. I remember my homie came over and I invited the nigga one time, and we cooked, him and his wife, me and my ex, and we sitting there, and this nigga gets up and was like, yeah, I'm gonna get some more. And took another huge ass chunk of lasagna. I felt violated.
He was ready to set trip immediately.
Violated. I was like, nigga, we about to set it off in here. Now, mind you, he's a big boy, so I understood it. He ate a lot.
He was still hungry.
He was hungry.
But,
He was hungry. He was hungry.
You know what I'm saying? But like, yo, like,
Yeah.
but I'm sitting there looking like, what the fuck? First and foremost, nigga, my wife made this shit for me, nigga. And
Yeah.
You don't know if I want leftovers or not.
nigga, you don't know what I want for lunch. And you came in here, and no, mind you, it was a big ass pan of lasagna, and there was still more left after that. But only thing that I can see when I walked in there, it would have been double this if your big ass didn't come here and eat my lasagna. That's insane, bro. That's how I feel. So like, even, you know what I mean? It's just one of them things. Like,
Nah, I
you know
get
what
it.
mean?
That was a good analogy.
Yeah.
So the moral of the story is, touch my wife, just don't touch her lasagna.
Hey, yo. And especially not the mac and cheese if you make it good.
That's like that scene on Heat. You can sleep with my wife, but don't watch my TV.
Yeah.
But you will not watch my TV.
Unplug the TV and took it
Unplug
with
the
him.
TV.
Did you just turn on my TV?
Yo.
Like,
No.
yeah,
That's
you,
how
you
I
can
feel.
sleep with my
No,
wife.
It's the equivalent
don't
of
touch my
somebody
TV.
coming to your house for the first time and taking a shit in your bathroom and clogging the toilet. It's like this. You got that comfortable?
Like, my
You
nigga.
just walked in the
Or
door.
coming in and funked it up. Like,
What is
nigga,
you
like,
doing?
Damn, you ain't bring no spray. Like, you just came in here and
Yeah,
washed
that's
out.
crazy.
I went off somebody did in my house. I was like, so you just gonna come here? You don't even know me. What's my first name? You don't know it. You taking shit in my bathroom. You got to pay a bill. You got to pay a bill.
Dana, what's your answer?
All right, so this is an interesting question because initially, as a woman, they say we're emotional creatures. But for me, initially, it probably would have been like the physical part, like you actually physically cheating. But when you think about it, as a woman, when we become emotionally attached to someone, the physical follows, right? And that's why guys get mad if a woman does cheat, because they know it's an emotional attachment for us. It's not some quick, you know what I mean? For most women, I'm pretty sure there are women that just do it just to make the man mad or whatever because he cheated or whatever. But
That's still emotional.
well, here's the thing.
Revenge is emotional. But yeah, go ahead.
Revenge is the actual act with the person that
You might
you
not
did
have to
it
emotionally
with.
connect with the
Right,
person
you're not
you're doing it
emotionally
with.
connected
Yeah.
to that person, but you doing it, because out of anger. But for me, understanding men more now, and just from listening to how they are and how they think, and it would bother me more. The emotional part would bother me more because I know eventually what that's going to lead into. And if your soul has become emotionally attached to someone else's, that's a real hard bond to break. And
Yeah.
to me, that's going to feel like you're falling in love with someone else and falling out of love with me.
Yes.
And the sex is going to follow. Like, I know men are horny little creatures, and they just they don't have that control over their physical urges. They are bound to be fruitful.
But and I'm sorry. In that instance, though, if we like Tina more, you know what I mean? Yeah, you gonna get C
Yeah, we
class.
outta here.
You're gonna get
We
C
outta here.
class. Yeah, it's not gonna be the same. It's,
Right,
yeah, that's
right.
where we're at.
So for me, it would be the emotional. I just, feeling like that soul tie that I had with my husband. That losing that with him would break my heart. So, of course, I would never want to be cheated on physically either, like if he go sleep with somebody, but just knowing that he's falling in love with someone else, like, oh my God, that's devastating for me. So for me, it's the emotional. Yeah.
Star.
Same. For me, it's the emotional. At the end of the day, like men think with their penis. So the minute they start thinking with
They
their
heart,
heart,
baby.
that mean that, and they brain up
Yeah.
here, that mean
It's
that
over,
girl
baby.
really, really,
Yeah,
really
she
got
got
in
them,
them.
yeah.
Like you might as well say it is definitely
It's
over.
over.
I would rather know that you just wham bam, thank you, ma'am, and never revisit it.
Right.
That's done. That's a one and done
physical
thing.
thing, yeah.
And to me, it's still something in between the physical and emotion. Don't give that bitch
Right,
no
right.
money. You gave her money. Oh,
Pay one of
no.
her bills.
Yeah, that
You
is
pay
crazy.
her rent?
You
Yeah.
gave her. Oh no.
You bought her lunch?
Lord,
Yeah, that is crazy.
That's my word.
you
wife.
gave her money. Not that's my
Not
word.
Hey,
the
yo.
money.
That's my work
No,
wife.
but-
That's my work
Could
wife.
be like Medea. Not the wire hanger.
Hey, yo.
I mean, that's my fucking mind. Like, what?
Yes.
Lord.
I think
that is,
And you know what's so funny?
gave her money.
The long
Insane.
the long term relationships that I was in, I fell in love with them because they act like they wasn't pressed to have sex with me.
I love
Okay,
that.
yeah.
Like I spent the night
Yes.
with them. They didn't make
Right,
me like.
right.
It
Feel like you
wasn't
was obligated to do
yeah,
anything.
I
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
like
Try to
that.
force
Most
it.
of our first
That's a
couple
vibe.
of
That's a
nights,
Oh, you
no
can't be thirsty.
sex, no nothing.
You can't be
But
thirsty.
most guys
Yeah.
are.
You
But
can't
they
be
are.
sending two
That's a-
paragraph.
They are.
I think for me,
Paragraphs.
Come on.
Less than 3 hours.
yeah, I got emotionally cheated on, and that was the guy that I was engaged to. I got emotionally cheated on, and then, you know what? Years later, when we had like a conversation about how everything went down, he was like, the day I walked out to go on the first date with her, you said something before I walked out the door. He said, the way you looked at me, he said, I looked at my boy and I said, I think she know I'm about to go meet a girl. And for me, I'm very much like, I pay attention to who I'm with. Everything, nonverbal cues, everything. So I feel like men have patterns. They do. And whether or not they want to admit that they have patterns, there's certain things you should know how your man move. So the day and this is somebody that I was like, I'm very much a person. If I'm with you, we with each other. We're probably up under each other, not necessarily every day, but we're up under each other in a consistent basis that I know how you move and how you operate, right? So if I'm going somewhere, you're probably coming because you know the same people I know. If you're going somewhere, I'm probably going along. It's not one time that you really going somewhere unless it's like a boy situation that I'm not sliding through too, right? So now when your pattern change and now I'm at home more than I am with you. It's like I forget and when he said it to me, I remembered the day like it was the back of my hand. It was crazy, and then he ended up physically cheating on me too. And I actually stayed in that because it was weird. Like I stayed into it because I felt like I had done something wrong because it was like you and like his biggest thing with me was like I told you I was a tomboy. I didn't really get dressed up. So it was like, well, you don't get dressed up like you want me to. And my thing was to take me somewhere. I'm just sitting in the house. Like I go to work and get dressed for work because I have to wear a certain outfit. But like the fact that he made me feel like it was something I did, that broke me. And it was like, so now I got to step outside my comfort zone and do something so I won't be cheated on. And like when you internalize that emotional cheating, like, cause like to Star's point, you can go hump somebody and come back and like maybe we could fix it because I've been cheated on like that, and then we fixed it and worked it out, talked about why it happened, whatever the case may be, and move from it. But for you to emotionally check out of a relationship that I was wholeheartedly invested in, you talking about engagement, and you really stepped out, that did something to me. And like you were telling me the reason you stepped out was because I didn't do this. But like you met me at a dude's house playing PlayStation with a bunch of niggas, and I was in sweatpants and a hoodie. I don't know how girly you wanted me to be, but that's how you met me. And now you telling me to change my whole person. So like when somebody emotionally cheats on you, sometimes you internalize that.
Yeah, of course.
And it
I
takes
was
you to
gonna
a
say
place.
It's bullshit. He was gaslighting too.
That too, absolutely too. But like, no, and I understand it. But it was like when you get cheated on, and you like, oh damn, maybe if I did get dressed up. Because the girl he cheated on me with, she was the girly girl, but she fucked him, his best friend, and his cousin.
Oh,
so you know,
hell, Lord.
Well,
Okay,
yeah.
well, all right. Well,
That's
he
what
like,
he got-
garbage.
Karma was
right?
karmaing.
That's what he got emotionally.
Okay,
against,
trash
too.
man.
Emotionally checked
Yeah.
to the hoe. That's
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't-
she had 4.
That's like kissing
no,
in the
she had
train.
5 kids, 4 baby daddies, and then she cheated on.
Kissing in a train is
She
crazy.
humped your best friend and your cousin. But you know she was a girly girl. That's what you wanted. A prissy
I remember
girl.
this story. You
Yeah,
told
you
the story.
you
on-
wanted a prissy
yeah,
girl. You
I
got it. But
remember
like that
Yeah.
devastated me to know that I had to change who I was for
thought
somebody to
you
like
had
me. Well,
to.
yeah,
You thought
I
you
thought
had
because
to.
I was young, so I was like
Yeah.
20, 23. So I thought that I had to change who I was to get somebody like to really fuck with me the long way.
Well, he got her and an STD.
Ooh, that's crazy.
But did though,
So-
but did.
Yeah, he got
That's
his
so top.
He got had them
Yeah.
best man flashbacks when he thinking about his friend and his cousin.
Right.
Oh, and they're married now.
What?
Wow.
Oh no, I ain't lying.
That's insane.
That's insane. They
They had to
deserve
get
each
married
other.
because he gave her gonorrhea,
Yeah,
and that's
no.
not
Oh,
curable.
that.
So
No, gonorrhea is
yeah.
curable.
No, that is
The
curable.
HIV is not.
HIV. We'll say that.
Or herpes.
I'm sorry, syphilis.
Syphilis,
Syphilis is
Oh my
incurable.
God, no, we're not doing that. So
Happy
for
marriage.
me, I don't know, because I feel like I don't know. I feel like they're equally. You know what I mean? Like emotionally, is like, damn, you really, giving somebody else your heart, or, whatever. Physically, is like, you really did this, and didn't give me any. Like, did you give me any thought? So to me, that has emotional, residue as well, because it's like, I know I got this woman who loves me, who's there for me, who isn't doing anything to deserve me to do this right now, but I'm doing it anyway. And that's my thought. And it's also like, most of the time, if you was out cheating, that mean you lied about something.
Yeah.
That mean you said you, so is that too. You know what I mean? The fact you could look me in my face, or the fact that you could be with somebody tonight and then come home and get in the bed with me today. So I don't know. Like, I really can't make a decision between the two, because I feel like it's equal to me.
Like yin and yang.
You know what I mean? It's like, because you might can still deal with me after you physically cheat, but can I still deal with you at this age?
Right.
Yeah.
And let me say this: it's very important to not go in a relationship with insecurities, or of a certain kind, because immediately what you do is what you said: blame yourself.
Yeah.
It's something wrong with me. If I look like this, if I did this, if I said this. No, people cheat because they want to.
Right.
Yeah, like
Period.
He just wanted
And
to
if
cheat.
I'm falling short somewhere, then let me know. and then I could work on it. But don't cheat and then come back and say you was falling short, because now I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
We might can talk about
You
it
gotta
and
justify
discuss
your
it
behavior, yeah.
if you say it beforehand. But if you tell me that after you do something,
You didn't
Yeah.
care enough to
I don't want to hear. I don't care. Now I'm not fixing nothing
Yeah.
because you should have said something beforehand. Now when I was younger, it'd be like, "Well, dag, I was." Now I was like, "No," because this is an open door policy. Any relationship I'm in is gonna be an open door policy. Is something wrong? Let's talk about it.
Yeah. If it
Is
matters,
that
you
space
work through
will
it.
be there to talk about it because that's the kind of person I am.
Yeah.
If you don't bring it to me, don't bring it to me after you do something.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear it. I don't care. It's no longer going to be valid. Even if I did do something wrong. You didn't bring it to me. And that's the reason why I would be that way, to be able to stand on that.
Yeah.
So I think that's the issue. Like Keith said, gaslighting,
Yeah.
right? You go out and do what you wanted to do and then blame me for it.
Yeah.
But you never had a conversation with me prior to.
Yeah.
You never said, "Oh, you falling short here," or you're not affectionate, or you didn't say you didn't give me the opportunity to fix it. You just went and filled that void on your own. You didn't give me the opportunity to do so. And I feel like that in emotional cheating or physical cheating.
Yeah.
And there you have it.
Right, yeah. That was,
Well, that's episode 2.
yes,
guys.
episode
Yes.
2, ladies. Great job, of course. We did our thing for sure. All great topics, great discussion. So we appreciate Keith, Mr. Know-It-All, for blessing us.
Can I talk to y'all just for a hot
Oh,
second while y'all pour y'all wine?
Oh,
Pour
yes.
y'all whiskey.
Okay, yeah. Let's go ahead and pour up, ladies.
So I want to say that I'm very, very proud of you ladies for making this happen. And getting together.
Thank you.
And
That's a hoot king.
what I also will say is that Sonny,
Yes.
very, very proud of you.
Me? What
I'm
I do?
very proud of you because I have seen personal and evolution that has led you to so much of a better place that
Yeah.
we actually were going to have to work this situation around your things that you had going.
Yeah.
But guess what God do?
Yeah.
Look at God. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
At
So look,
God.
I'm
Yeah.
happy for you. You
Oh,
know
well,
what I'm
thank you.
saying? And it's so good that you are now in so much of a better place.
Yes.
It ain't nobody's business, but it's your,
Yes.
it's your
Yes.
place to be in a better
Yes,
place.
Yes.
Took
And
that trash out, girl.
Yeah.
Took that
I
trash out.
appreciate
the
y'all for not
incinerator.
letting me
You
do
had
all
that
of
man.
and let me get through.
That man was looking like the men that was getting ready to shoot Malcolm X. That was
Hey,
sitting
yo,
in the back
get
row.
your hand out my
Like,
pocket.
get your hand out my pocket. That's how
Oh,
your old
shit.
work was looking at previous
I'm
shows.
crying.
You know what I'm saying? I keep it real. He gone. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna say that.
Yes, honey.
No,
You know.
thank you guys, and I just want to thank
Yes.
y'all for being gracious
Of course.
No.
during that and giving me grace during that because
course.
I was wanting to participate how I wanted to show up, but I knew that it was gonna cause me more stress than what I wanted, and I don't like to do things half-assed. I like to try to. If I say I want to do something, I want to stand on business. So I appreciate y'all for giving me that grace.
Of course.
And we needed you. We
yes,
wanted
girl.
you to be
yes.
there.
We can't do this
me.
without you, girl.
We needed you.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, well, and by the way,
Thank you.
You guys will find Main Character Energy on the KnowItAll Network. It's going to have its own slot on there, so you'll be able to find it. All the promotion will be through their social media pages. You can still contact and get with them, through their own separate pages as well. But there is a Main Character Energy. What's the Main Character Energy social media page?
Main character.
Main character energy pod.
Yeah.
Main Character Energy Pod on Instagram.
Yes.
And this is great. This is great. Good job, y'all. I'm so proud.
I'm excited. I'm happy for us. This was-
Cheers. Salud, salud, salud to
Yes.
success.
All right. All right. Say bye to the people.
Bye.
Till next time.
May our stars shine so brightly, only the most sunny days can compare. May our inside be as beautiful as our outside. And may we continue to amaze with the things we say, but most importantly, let us be the curators of our own narratives.